The history of our institution is so rich, and it's full of such good stories. The Wilmington Museum of Art thrived from 1938 to 1941. The first exhibition that opened on Halloween night 1938 was a show of American watercolors on loan from none other than the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. It closed because of funding issues. The memory and the need for a significant cultural arts center did not abate. In 1962, a group of artists continued to wear Jimmy McCoy down to lease to them the old Masonic Lodge building which was in the McCoy family. For 40 years, St. John's Art Gallery served not only the needs of the local community for exhibition of their work, but also provided art classes and continued a commitment to bringing in high-quality temporary exhibitions. So many memories, so many programs, exhibitions, services to the community in the southeastern North Carolina. And as the city of Wilmington was growing, we needed to grow with it. The vision was to create something so special that it would exceed the expectations of the region. And in April 2002, Cameron Art Museum opened its doors to the public.
What's incredible about southeastern North Carolina, which I really believe is so different than any other place in the state, is that you do have this extraordinary expanse of fertile and rich farmland that is as far as the eye can see. And then you have these beach communities. There's this rich culture that exhibits itself in all sorts of ways throughout our whole region here. And absolutely in the middle of all of that is this wonderful city, Wilmington. The perfect size city. This metropolitan area that encompasses everything that you would want. And in the center of it is this cultural gathering place, the Cameron Art Museum.
I don't believe people understand the impact and the magnitude of this museum in our city. People move here for a lot of different reasons, but most importantly, they move here for quality of life. They move here for good health care. They move here because the community is safe. They also move here because of the cultural aspects of the community. And arts play a tremendous role in that. It's just one of the tools in my tool chest. Gives me an opportunity to say to somebody that's coming in here that we've got a museum here. We've got a fantastic art museum here.
The Cameron's a culturally gathering place because of the interdisciplinary nature of what we can offer. Offering that range gives people multiple ways to experience the Cameron. Brenda Bradley Quartet played as part of our collaboration with the Cape Fear Jazz Society. It's always great to offer vocal jazz, and out of that 6-part series, we offered that twice. The Coast Poetry Jam is a classic case of an audience of which undoubtedly 98% probably didn't even know the Cameron Art Museum really existed. It gives them an opportunity to come into the museum, hear a full range of poets. There's a sense of ownership and belonging, and that's really what you want with any audience.
I am ready to die like a lily in the desert. And I couldn't let you in on it because I didn't know. Here is what I have. Poems and so much love.
Eleanor is a duo playing around the country. One of the harpsichords was a work of art unto itself. So to have the two harpsichords together, plus the visual element, plus the film of the making of that harpsichord, that gave myself as well as the attendees an opportunity to experience this in so many different levels. The Dixieland All-Stars closed out the Jazz at the Cam series. We had audiences who are either interested in Dixieland or kind of sort of thought they knew what Dixieland was, so here's a chance to actually hear it. We had a terrific opening of a puppet art exhibit that had large-scale puppets from Bread and Puppets, as well as the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta. And that was a perfect opportunity to have performances that tied directly into an exhibit. This museum is on a site of the Battle of Forks Road, which was the last skirmish before the fall of Wilmington. So every year the museum commemorates that skirmish with presentations, speeches, reenactments, artisans doing the crafts of the era. There are people who are very passionate about history across the board and about that particular era, who if they come to the museum only once a year for that, that's good.
Educational programs that museums do are so very important in anchoring a community and connecting the community with the museum. The Cameron has always been known for its educational activities, its educational opportunities. Back when it was St. John's, it had this mission of going out into the rural counties to do educational programming.
We have Kids at Cam programming every month, where kids with their families come to the museum and enjoy one another's company, enjoy hands-on art activities, and enjoy learning and experiencing the exhibitions together.
Today is Clyde Kids at Cam Day, and Clyde Jones, he's been a dear friend of this museum for many, many years. He has been bringing plywood cutouts to the museum, and the kids paint them, and the kids get to keep them. The kids learn about collaboration the moment that they walk up to participate. He drew the form, he cut it out, but they paint it. So the product created is both by Clyde and by the children.
We have summer camps for youth populations. We're growing an after-school program for youth populations and high school. And with our museum school, our primary enrollment is with adult education. We have museum school classes in various mediums, and we're looking to grow beginner and increasingly master classes in painting and drawing, book arts, photography, fiber arts, and they are basically 4 to 6 week sessions.
I know the Cameron uses, some really good artists to teach their classes and to work in the museum. That's such a strong connection with the local artist community for a museum to do that.
Having adult classes is so wonderful because you never lose your desire to create. In a classroom setting, especially an intimate classroom like what you would have at the Cameron, the dialogue that takes place, the exchange with people from such diverse backgrounds, it's just priceless.
We introduce art perhaps to a child, and it opens up a whole world to them, and they find a form of expression they didn't know existed. And for an adult, it can happen the same way. For whatever reason, they have been discouraged. And to turn a person on literally that way, just to watch them light up, there's nothing like it.
Focusing on our best artists and actually using those artists to teach the classes is a great marriage.
Each and every exhibition offered myriad challenges for the exhibition team, from aesthetic considerations, lighting concerns, security needs, and our exhibitions manager, Bob Unchester, is masterful in weighing all of the different considerations to making an exhibition cohesive, educational, and basically causing it to sing. Another vital member of our exhibition team is Holly Tripman, registrar. She works in cataloging, does exhaustive condition reporting, works with different shippers, different institutions, and individual lenders. Bob and Holly work very closely together on all aspects of an exhibition, particularly at the point of an incoming shipment, carefully uncrating works, documenting them photographically and with careful note-taking, the care of the actual shipping materials themselves, and also the placement of the objects, remaining true to the intent of the artist.
Right now, I'm currently deinstalling our Big Al exhibition and getting ready for our state-of-the-art Art of the State show. And we're doing a 24-hour exhibition. I don't know of it being done anywhere else, certainly not in this area, where we'll be accepting artwork from 5 p.m. on a Friday till 5 p.m. on a Saturday, and we'll have a huge opening on that Saturday night.
We had 4 curators, one from the Guggenheim, Tate Modern in London, the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, and the Dion Museum in San Francisco. And they were all here meeting with the artists as they were coming in, as well as pitching in and helping us with the installation. We had a huge turnout.
The idea about making a museum open and inclusive is actually happening around us. It's not just rhetoric that people are saying, you know, we want everyone to feel welcome, but then doing things that don't really welcome anyone in. This is actually being put into practice. Those words are being put into practice.
The state-of-the-art Art of the State was a phenomenal opportunity for all of us who participated. Everyone took such pride in seeing their work in a place like this. So it was an incredible opportunity to have.
It's not about this piece, it's not about this artist, it's about the event. And this whole gallery, this whole wing has become an art piece in itself.
How we engage with things through art, it's just unique. It's a unique way of learning, it's a unique way of seeing, and it transports us.
Art has changed my perspective in life. Instead of doing everything in the box, to be more outside the box, which in turn will help you in anything you do.
That's one of the important things that art museums do. They focus us on something we're seeing and train us to really see what's there.
We should do everything in our power that when a young person is interested in something, especially something like art, to support that.
The Cameron offers, it's a network. It brings people together, it plants seeds.
It's a very, very important institution. Without the Cameron, this lively Wilmington that we all enjoy would be a little frailer.
This started because of a very caring community that wanted the best for itself and for its fellows, to want to make sure that we had the best schools, museums, parks, things that really everyone can value in this community.
What community are we going to be? We have to decide what type of community we're going to be, whether we're going to be a nurturing community that provides these types of resources, or are we just going to maintain things as they are and not support those institutions that are here to enhance the quality of life? That's the question.
There are lots of ways to help in a community, financially or giving of your time. For me, it was very important to give of the time to help make sure that Cameron continues as a strong part of the community.
This is a community asset. It doesn't belong to just one person or one family. And we have made a really big push to open it up to the community, to make sure the community knows that it's here.
It's exceedingly vital to this community, because if we don't know where we've been, what our stories are, it's going to be very difficult to build our new stories, figure out where we're going in any kind of thoughtful way. So with our commitment nearly 50 years now, we are very much helping preserve what has gone before and helping teach and learn and create where we are now and where we're going.